Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and this time it's Chung Ha's Gotta Go album, or 12, but I think it's in Korean for the 12 o'clock title. So either way, the English one is Gotta Go, and so I'm here to unbox this. This isn't new. I bought this right when it came out. I knew that it was limited, so I rushed out to get it. But like I told you guys, I don't really collect a whole bunch of albums. I only really collect them if I think that, wow, I really, really like the songs on this. I have to like the majority of the songs on an album or an EP to really feel like I'm making a worthy investment, if that makes any sense. Obviously, this was just a single, so that wasn't too hard for me to decide to get it. But yeah, it has a lot of items. It was super worth it, and I know that it was a very, very limited run. So this is the front. It's a box. It's a box type. And this is kind of what the back looks like. The side is gorgeous. And yeah, my friend has a term for this. It's she calls it sad florals, and this is definitely a sad floral pattern. And it's kind of interesting because you can kind of see that in spring fashion lately as well, that they're going for the sad floral sort of thing. So it's like Chung Ha totally predicted it. Either way, let's look inside. So I'm pretty sure that I have everything in the right order. I can see that there is some glare right here, so let me actually be right back. Okay, I'm back, and thankfully the lighting is nice enough outside for me to go ahead and do a video. It's been really, really miserable here, super cloudy, so I looked outside. The weather was really nice, so I thought, oh, why not? And the first thing that we got in this was actually really, really interesting. It's like a hologram, and yeah, if you can see here, I have to move really slowly, but the picture changes and it's just Chung Ha. And it's kind of funny because you can get into some really distorted images. There's actually two images, so this is the first one, the way that it looks. And so the effect is basically created by the black stripes contrasting the stripes on this. And depending on where you place it, it's the image that you see. So the other one was this one of a pocket watch or a clock. And I can show you how this one looks too. Yeah, so since the little stripes are so fine, you have to move really slowly or else it, yeah, it looks kind of crazy. So this is the first thing that you see when you open this, or I think maybe little extras were the first things. It's not random, so I'm not like getting special pulls or anything. I'm pretty sure everybody got the same thing. So hologram or whatever it is. This is the warranty card. I know that a lot of people were really worried about showing what their warranty card looked like, so I guess I'll do the same. It has a number on the back. Yeah, so it's kind of like a watch, and right in the middle of that there. I'm so sorry, I don't know if you hear the car in the background, but that's out of my control. But yeah, there's a number right here, and basically I don't think anybody really revealed it, and this kind of shows that it's certified. So since the little extras are here and they're not random, I just thought I might as well show them. So the first one is this really cute picture of her with the straight hair and the bangs. And it has a little message that Unfortunately, I can't read. I know I got the translations somewhere, but I don't really remember what it says anymore. So, yeah, a nice photo card. And the next one is, I've never gotten one of these before. I've never gotten a clear one, so I was really happy when I realized that this release was gonna have it. I'm gonna actually use, yeah. So now you can see it more clearly. I don't really have a photo card binder or anything like that, so I just kind of keep everything in its original place. So the thing about this is that, like you see here, it's loose. This is the entire like photo book or like the photo gallery for the album, but it's loose, and the reason why is something kind of cool. I actually really liked that they decided to do this. But I'll just look at these in just a second because, like you saw, this is the CD. And I kind of really enjoyed this galaxy thing that she decided to do. It kind of reminds me of Roller Coaster. I know that Roller Coaster was a huge, huge hit, but it was one of those like fun party songs that I really enjoyed, but not to the point where I decided to buy the album myself, which I know probably sounds blasphemous. The thing about Gotta Go though is that it was so up my alley. I was shocked when I listened to it. I just decided to listen to it randomly, no reason. It was the New Year's. I said, hey, I'll take a stab at it, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. I have to get this. And I know I said the exact same thing about Everglow, but Everglow's first single, Bonbon Chocolat, and Gotta Go were just like instant, love it, have to have it moments. Okay, so the last item, or multiple items, is the pictures, the photos. So I think I have them in the exact order that I got them. The reason why they did this, even though it's a little bit annoying, because I know it's not in a book, is that there's actually another image on the back. And there's 3 different giant images that you can assemble, and it's gonna be a bit of struggle. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to fit everything into the frame properly, but I'm gonna do my best. So I'll assemble them for you in a little bit, but let's go through the pictures on the front first. So Chung Ha goes through some multiple concepts. She's got this really pretty queen concept here. That is also the freebie poster that you can get. That's actually mounted on my wall because I like it so much. So I will show you guys that later. This one is so stunning with all the rainbow reflection on it. I just really like the assembly of the images and the concept that they ended up doing for her. So you can see this is sort of where her face starts on one of the big puzzle pieces. And I kind of understand why they gave us those holograms, because it seems like she kind of has this superimposed, not 3D, but sort of glitch effect that's going on. And as you can tell, we're slowly bleeding into a different concept here. And it's kind of like her neon glitch concept. These are really nice, and because of the backs, I found it hard to really convince myself to mount them on a wall. just because I wanted to protect the backs as well. Usually I don't care as much, so just every once in a while I open up my box and look through the photos because they're too precious for me to mess up the back by accident. I remember this coat, so I was so happy when I saw that it was also in the album itself. Just very beautiful neon pinks and purples, but also very soft pinks and purples. I kind of want to know who was the photographer for these because, yeah, once again, this really nice radiating rainbow halo effect. People always talk about how her stare or her eyes are mesmerizing, and I have to agree. I'm really new, obviously, to this whole collecting thing, so I was actually really hyped that I was able to get this because after listening to the song, I looked it up, and when I found out it was limited, I don't know, I think I went that day, literally that day, to make sure I could get everything. So I think what's really interesting about this album in particular is that the concepts very fluidly move from one type to the next. So, oh yeah, this is one of my favorites. So it doesn't feel like, hey, here's one concept, two concepts, here's a third one. It feels very natural the way that it progresses because it, like the rainbow halo, it kind of uses elements from other ones. It kind of takes on, I think this is the CD picture if I'm correct, but it takes on like a very cohesive quality. So it feels very natural. It's almost like walking through an art gallery and you're just kind of going through a pre-planned path and looking at each image one by one as they give you a general idea. And yeah, I guess I'm like waxing poetic about this for no good reason. But yeah, that all just really goes to say that I'm quite pleased with it. So we kind of come back to the first concept, but with a lot of hints of the second concept and the last concepts. I always have to admire photographers and editors when they do stuff like this. It's like, how do they do it? I really need to know. And then this this final concept, I think, was a little bit more standout than the rest of them, not as connected with the rest, but I do know that these images were used for her digital album cover. I had that for a really long time. I think I still have that as my album cover because I think this one is it. I'm struggling to find a version of the cover that is the actual one that I have with the really sad florals. So if anybody really knows if somebody did a really good scan, please let me know. Because I'm kind of weird and picky like that. I really want to make sure that the version that I have is also the cover album. I don't know if anybody else does this, but there will be times when people will release singles and then obviously the full album, and I'll actually change the album cover to the single cover just so that there's variety. I kind of feel like it's almost important to acknowledge that this was a single with art that was uniquely made for it. I don't know. I'm weird. I know. So we're nearing the end. If I remember correctly, so this was from the set on the music video. If I remember correctly, there we go. There's lyrics on the second to last sheet. Ignore my noise-making cat. I do apologize. Cooper always tries to make an appearance. In my last video, she actually jumped onto the desk and was sniffing about and was like, oh my god, what are you doing? And I had to completely cut that out. And yeah, this last one's the credits. Okay, so this is the photo set. And now I'm gonna try to assemble the big pictures. I don't know how well that's gonna work out, so wish me luck, you guys. Hey guys, so this is the first assembled photo. I know I'm at a weird angle, and you can really tell, since it's hanging off the edge, that it's a coffee table. It's totally a coffee table that I'm filming on. But I hope this isn't too shaky. I'm just trying to show you all the parts. Beside me is a cat scratcher next to the coffee table, so totally ignore that. That was the reason why Cooper was making noise. So the thing about this first one that I was really disappointed in was totally this right here. Oh, that was my hair. It looked like they almost didn't care. They didn't put into consideration. Like everything else, all the pieces line up perfectly, and then there's just like this weird slot. And I don't know why that happened. And I don't think it's just me, because it's not like, oh, a printing mistake, because you can see very clearly the ends right here. Either way, this is the first one, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut out so I can assemble the next one. There's 2 left. Alright guys, here's the next one. I'm gonna give you an overview again, just because I don't have the space. Yeah, so this one is gorgeous. And this one has the gaps again. I mean, I can try to like put things together and it's like, oh, it matches up, but then it's like this thing doesn't. So almost kind of like playing a game, I figured that the split is kind of even this time. Like it kind of makes sense, the splitting in this image. You could almost argue it's stylistic, and like thankfully, you know, her face fares much better this time. I really like this one. Of all of them, I think this was the one that was my favorite, just because she's in that beautiful coat, but then they decided to do a lightning city sort of landscape on her, and it's just like, what a look. Okay, I'm gonna show you the last one, and then there's the poster, and that's it. And here we have our final one. Like you can tell, there's the split again. So it really makes me question the first set. I genuinely think that it was some sort of mistake and they were supposed to split them, but then they decided not to for just like the first 6 photos, and then they had to backtrack, and then either way, I don't really like this one as much, just because it cuts off one of Chung Ha's beautiful eyes, which is such a disappointment to me. So yeah, it does solidify the fact that the second one is definitely my favorite. But this is also a really nice close-up shot too, with her crown and everything. Alright, final thing that I promised that I was going to show is the poster that I have on one of my walls. The really nice thing is that it has a bit of a satin finish. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not the usual glossy poster finish. I wish I could show you a bit further out, but I'm in a really, really narrow hallway. I kind of actually have posters all over my walls of all sorts of things, different musicians, different artists for different shows that I'm into. I kind of want to show you a better view of it, but I think that this is the best I can do. I have to step into my bathroom to show you this. But yeah, this is the poster, the free one that you got along with it. This is actually a whole K-pop wall that I have. So here's some the Luna posters that I reviewed from Lunaverse, and then below it is Chung Ha. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. Really, really enjoyed this album. Really, really enjoyed the photo set that came with it. I'm really excited to see what she comes up with next, because this release made me a fan of hers, and I'm really excited to see what she has next. Either way, gonna figure out what I'm gonna review next. I don't know if it's gonna be a newer album or if it's just gonna be one of my old ones. I don't really have any particular plans, but I do see that I've gotten some subscribers since I last posted, and thanks so much for watching. I'm really happy that people are actually caring about what I have to say, no matter how old it is. You know, like how long it's been since the album's been released. Either way, have a great day, you guys. Bye!